How do our cells recognize and bind to one another? Every cell that multiplies and divides as the embryo develops knows what its task is and has a relevant location in the body. Bone cells locate other bone cells and adhere to them, while eye cells bond to cells, other cells to others of their kind. Let's now examine these statements with care. Every cell that multiplies and divides knows what its task is. In the images you were looking at, you see a fertilized egg multiply and divide. As the number of cells begin grouping together, it is at this stage that the decision is what task these cells will run into the body. Cells group together as muscle cells, others as nerve cells, and others again as bone cells. So, how and why do these millions of constantly multiplying cells decide to become nerve, heart, muscle, or liver cells? Scientists discovered that cells use calcium in order to join together. They first combined and separated embryonic cells in a laboratory environment by reducing the amount of calcium. The cells in the calcium environment combined together. They then added calcium to these cells and thought that cells of the same type recognized one another and joined together. In other words, liver cells, heart cells, stomach cells, and all the other types of cells recognize each other, give rise to the relevant organ. Cells find one another, making mistakes and combine an organ. Combination takes place in 3 stages: cell activation, mutual recognition, and binding together. Cell activation takes place with protrusions which resemble fingers on the surface of the cell. By means of these protrusions, a bone cell moves along millions of and other bone cells to adhere to it. For a cell to move among millions of cells, the fluid inside the cell has to be thickness. If the fluid were a little bit thicker, the cell could bear resistance, or could not move. That would make it impossible for cells to produce first a tissue and later a organ. It is, if cells do not move, our organs would not be formed. The answer to the question of if a liver cell recognizes another liver cell lies in the wondrous protein in the cell membrane, known as adherins. These proteins move over the cell surface before binding takes place. They settle on the membrane and form a bridge between the inside and the outside. There are various types of adherents. When two with the same adherent molecules make contact, recognize one another and begins. During the binding process, molecules on both the inside and outside of the cell become involved and establish a glorious cooperation together. The property has the ability to bind to that part of the calcium remaining outside the cell. This is one of the chemicals necessary for cells to bind to one another. You are now seeing how nerve cells recognize one another during embryonic development, fold in themselves after binding together. It takes place as cells with the same kind of coherent bind together. When this process is over, all nerve cells gather together in a single layer. Two binding molecules use the force of attraction to join together. In order for the force of attraction to be established between the cells, the distance between the two surfaces of binding molecules has to be less than 1 nanometer, and they have to be at the same level. While it is difficult for these conditions to be met, the cells still manage to combine together because the force of attraction is capable of bearing a load of 40 nanograms. If the force of attraction between cells were not that strong, it would be impossible for one cell to bind to another. Allah has created this force of attraction in such a sensitive manner that this bond permits both a very powerful binding force among cells as well as providing for a degree of flexibility, meaning it can be dissolved when necessary. If our cells lack this superb function that allows them to identify one another, we could not survive because in the event of any sickness, our red blood corpuscles and most of all, the cells of our organ in embryonic development combine together. This flawless functioning of the body is one of the manifestations of Allah's glorious creative artistry. I seek refuge in Allah from the accursed Satan. Does man recall that we created him before when he was not anything? Say 27.